check two, bro. I am not offered a share button. What gives? Ooh, what? Y'all hear this? Oh man. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the speaker. I don't know what's going on with my mic. I don't know what's going on with hell, you know. But that's the type of battle I like, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit. I'm going. I'm just in the I'm in the fray and I'm loving it, right? This is a Heart of the Summer production where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Listen, I'm kind of disappointed, man, because this mic is not working in the way that it should be working, right? So I'm going to have to do some more experiments with it, and I hope that. But it wasn't acting like this yesterday when I was doing the show. So maybe I need a new mic. I don't know. Maybe I need a new mic. Maybe I put it in too early, or maybe I gotta turn the thing on with the mic. But it's cool, whatever it is, right? So now, family. So go and drink your water. I know I'm moving slow. Oh, brother Kwame, Anubis asked yesterday, how long have you been doing math? That was one of the questions on the timeline. Check one, check two. Hmm. So if the mic is not in on my computer, I can't use nothing. Oh, because it's in the. Okay, I understand now. You might need to have separate equipment for your stream and something else for your personal stuff. Word. What? I have my tablet that I'm experimenting with using for the speaker, and I did it yesterday, and it worked well with the mic. This morning, I don't know what's going on. I'm using the computer for the sound effects, and also I'm using my phone for the Facebook. So everything is cool because it's my my tablet is picking up my voice. It might not be as clear as it was yesterday because I unplugged the mic because the mic wasn't working. It didn't appear to be working right. But I'm still working on it. Um, oh, I'm not on the mic right now. What you hearing is the cell phone picking me up. We on Facebook. Facebook, I'm running through my phone, right? But if you listen to the podcast, my voice is gonna be lower because I don't have uh, my my tablet mic'd in. I don't have the podcast mic'd in. Yesterday I had it mic'd in. I don't know why the mic is not working right now. I'll figure that out between now and tomorrow's show. But hey, you know what I'm saying? It's all about experimentation, right? You know what I'm saying? Since there's an attack on black media, you know what I'm saying? We got to be kind of guerrilla style. Brother Kwame say, most of my life since kindergarten level, I would attempt to do the math of my older brothers and sisters. My mom would make them teach me, so I had in-house tutoring from my fam. That's kindergarten, so it starts young, family. So we're gonna do this toast, family, now. But those that didn't catch Brother Kwame's Sabiet or discussion yesterday, take some time, go on Facebook, check him out, right? He's talking about, he called it myocomedics, right? Where he's talking about math and how math is, because really when it comes down to it, it's like math being used as a virtue teaching tool. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes patience, it takes wisdom, it takes trust in the process in order to walk through the process to get the answer rather than just speeding through. See, because in mathematics here, we just looking at quantity, right? But not only were our ancestors using mathematics to find quantities, they were also using mathematics to find quality. You know what I'm saying? One of my elders told me a long time ago that um, the universe is all mathematics. I said, man, come on, man. So yeah, it's all mathematics. He said, listen, all you gotta do, if you want to find God, look for things to add and multiply. And if you want to look for the devil, look for those things that subtract and divide. I said, damn. At that time, that made a lot of sense. God adds and multiplies to you. The devil subtracts and divides. Or what we know as the devil subtracts and divides. We know that all come from one divine source because in order to really have a working universe, you got to have those things that add and multiply, and you need to have those things that subtract and divide. But these are divine aspects, right? And it teaches you how to deal with life. So when we really get into mathematics, right? Mathematics teaches how to solve problems in life. It shows us how to deal with good times and how to deal with bad times, right? Especially when you understand that each number has a personality and that there are only 9 numbers, right? One entity, 9 numbers, one entity, right? And all other numbers are just combinations that make up the 9 numbers. Interesting. So have you ever created your very own equation that needs solving? Who? Oh, you must be talking to Kwame. Yeah, he talking to you, Kwame. Have you ever made up your own equation that needs solving? Cause I can't, y'all see me struggling with the math problems yesterday. All right, here we go. So we about to toast. So remember, numbers are qualities as well as quantities, right? Each number has its own personality. Go and do some experiments with them. Each one of them reacts to being multiplied in a different way than the other. Each one of them has to being divided than the other. Each acts funny with addition and subtraction. They all have their own little quirks and personalities. And when you start really looking at it like that, you got something that teaches you about quantity and quality, which is life. Life is about quality and it's also about quantity, right? So, it's a real life lesson. Then you get into those big equations like Kwame and you just be like, oh man, dog. Kwame, brother Anubis asks, have you ever created an equation of your own that needs to be solved? All right, so here we go. We about to toast. I got that little bit of ambrosia. I got 12 gallons in the basement, almost 2 gallons upstairs up in my cabinet. So, and that's that Death Eater, right? I'm making that's in limited supply because that is the actual house recipe. All right, so taking my breath. All right, family. We lift our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We call on that great force, the first force, right? The first force, right? Coming from the zero, moving into the one, right? We pull on. Oh man, now people gonna be like, I'm on that conspiracy shit. I was trying to make a zero. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So let me do it like that. God damn it. All right. Also, I want to say great emoji to each and every last one of y'all. We're going to get into the now in a second, but we lift up the glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator, that first source. You know what I'm saying? We lift up the glass to the very first ancestor. And we say, I say. And then we move to our personal ancestors without any further ado. We only have to, because now, we only have to do the introduction because you know what, fam? We got our family on pages, right? We got our family on pages. Now we got our family on stages, and we're gonna go on, and we're gonna go down the list for the daily toast. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann Roberts, Texana Davidson Brown, Senior Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walton, Christopher Nagass, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman L, Normal X, Pet Myrock, Malika Facure, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Bro Ector, Jr., Jay Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxor Brothers, Mrs. Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson. I'm going to stop right here and say, for all of those who have ancestors that are not on this list that you want me to shout out, by all means, you could go and list them up on the timeline, and I will go and repeat them. Brother Kwame and Brother Nubis are having a mathematical discussion. All right, I'm going to keep on reading. Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Mel B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Farrell Slimmy Selman Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Farham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Gross, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amotet Wellman, Fred Douglass Trigg Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Luba Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russellin Davis, Fred Douglass Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Everett Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Woo! So we lift the glass up to those ancestors and we say, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. All right. So, all right. Man. So, all right. Hold on. Let's catch up with our brothers. So, Brother Kwame says, from early childhood, there are always those conversions, distant problems that teach you. As a NASA employee, we came up with equations that would govern the movement and maintenance of the International Space Station. But personally, I don't recall creating any equations for my own personal use. But I stress I don't remember because more than likely I have and just don't recall. Brother Nuba says, but everything is a conspiracy. I myself prefer the term conspiracy science as it is not a theory but a proof of concept, if you will. I could dig that. I could dig that. All right. So we saluted those ancestors in our past. Now, family, we're going to move into the moment. Of course, y'all know it's Umoja. And that, for those that don't speak the language, the day is unity. The myotic principle of the day is truth. Right? Mathematics teach you how to find truth. Right? Actually, life teaches you how to find truth as well, but I guess mathematics is kind of working life out on the board, right? Wow. Truth. The color is violet. Once again, the Hermetic law is mentalism. I have to wonder about that. I'm still thinking about that. If you were born on this day and you're male, your name is Quojo. If you was born on this day, female, Ottawa. All right. So we move to the emotional emancipation circle, African Center Cultural Virtue and Value System. Today, the Willa virtue will be Taranga, sense of hospitality, Akan, ethics, truth. In traditional Yoruba, will be Suru, which is patience. All right. So we're going to activate those reticular formations, right? We're going to get busy seeking what it is we want in life rather than what we don't want. We're going to consciously turn it on because the way the mechanism that we have been housed in, right, works is that it's looking for the negative. It's looking for those things that might be a detriment to your survival. Since we don't have as many of those, at least some of them, because, some people coming up hard, you know what I'm saying? You might have a few more, but it's not like it used to be, right? You ain't got to worry about no goddamn bear cat jumping from behind something and eating your ass up. So we living in a little bit different environment. So what I'm saying is fire up your reticular formation and start seeking what it is you want. Go on a hunt. Hunt for truth. You know what I'm saying? Hunt for the idea of mentalism. You know what I'm saying? That all is mental. The whole universe is mental. Look for proof for that. Look for Taranga, a sense of hospitality. Look for patience. You know what I'm saying? You could program yourself to go and search these things out. And and this was incredible. Once we start guiding our reticular formations, we can start looking for other things as well. We can start seeking out and finding other things as well, family. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes our lives are limited by what we can see. And since we unconsciously are seeking out those things that are dangerous to our survival, we limit the scope, or as Kwame said yesterday, we limit the circumference of the circle. And as we get more knowledge, as we get, you know what I'm saying, as we live longer, that circumference should get bigger. But for many of us, the circumference is shrinking, right? Because we keep looking, we're finding the same things because we often find what we see. That's, this is what makes human beings incredible. Human beings are the best hunters, right? We don't have the claws and we don't have the speed of other things. What we have is determination and the will to track some shit until we get it to a point. Because now I want y'all to check this out. Have you ever heard of exhaustion hunting? I want y'all to think about that shit, right? Human beings are uniquely designed to cool off and move at the same time. No other animal in the animal kingdom is designed like that. So this means that before we had spears, but we would run some shit to death. Did y'all hear me? I want y'all to listen to that. We would run something into exhaustion and it would drop dead. It's called exhaustion hunting. Look that shit up. This is what makes human beings unique, right? And then also, speaking of the math piece that Brother Kwame came from, we got to look at how, by learning how to read our environment, right? See, because it's like by learning how to read our environment, family, we've been able to do all types of shit. And this is where mathematics come from. This is us looking at nature, us hunting. You know what I'm saying? Us tracking some shit. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out what something's eating. Figuring out how tired it is. Figuring out whether it's wounded or not. Figuring out what bushes it went through or what some of the actual hiding places are. It expands your thinking and it makes it easier for you to come up with different concepts. Brother Nuba says, but everything is a conspiracy. I myself, okay, I said that already. I actually just came back a couple of hours ago from hunting a most difficult. So check it out. So you understand what I'm saying? Because the mind, dude, it's incredible, man. It's incredible what we were able to do. And because really, when it comes down to all the other animals, we can't compete one on one. But as a group, we dangerous. And what we have to do is we have to turn the danger away from ourselves and get everybody else to recognize it, right? Because right now nobody's really concerned about us, right? Because we're dangerous to each other. We're not dangerous to others, right? See, because some people need to have some apprehension when they mess with us. Police need to be apprehensive when they come into our communities, right? You know what I'm saying? Gangsters need to be apprehensive when they selling dope on one of our blocks. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You never know when it's going to get you. Shouts out to Miss Stephanie Jackson. Thank you for joining us. My uncle, who is 88 years, took him down. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So I bet you he took it down with skill and not with, you know what I'm saying, not with all that, you know what I'm saying? Because think about it. We used to have to hunt till we years old, family. And hunting teaches you to think in a totally different way. You know, it expands the thinking, right? So, hey, we're going to lift up the glass to the present moment. And we're going to activate those reticular, he said, fancy gear, which comes from, that human beings being creative. But think about, what I'm saying, that reticular formation, activating it, getting out there, finding what we want, rather than constantly running into what we don't want. All right? So we lift up our glass and we say our shade. Family. We move from the present to the future. We lift up our glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity, family, because they are a responsibility. And we need to make sure that we leave them a legacy so that when we come back and we are their children, they can leave us a legacy. Now, those that don't know the language, you're going to fall off. You ain't going to understand that. He uses a bow that he made from wood himself. That's not fancy gear. No offense to those vegans and all, but I had some delicious deer a few days ago. Hey, man, I'm not one of those, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because actually, if I go hunting, I'm gonna eat what I catch. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like I choose, and some people got to understand this. We choose whether or not we're gonna be vegetarians or vegans. You know what I'm saying? I don't let that shit run my life. If I go hunting or I kill a chicken or some shit, like, I'm eating that shit. I'm just letting y'all know, right? My issue is my issue is the factory produced all that shit, and then also too much meat makes me a little bit. I used to be I used to be a little bit more violent than I am now, right? So deer meat is one of the best meats. It definitely is. I agree 100% because it's out there eating herbs and fruits and shit. You know what I'm saying? I, I, Kwame, how you tell the difference? You know, I don't mean to get in on your business because you put on here I meant deer meat, not deer. No, fam, I did not eat my wife. I know. I mean, but I'm trying to figure out how did you buffalo as well, bison. Now I have had buffalo and bison during ceremony when I'm doing sweat lodge. You know what I'm saying? If they pull out that buffalo meat, damn right. Actually, I was at a Amblacha, which is a vision quest, and one of the elders put out some, cause he went hunting, and cause he hunt with a bow, and they went to Canada and did some bear hunting, brought some bear meat. I said, let me try some of that shit. But I mean, now the issue with a lot of meat is that is factory made. Now check this out, family. I'm gonna share this on my timeline, but I seen it's a group called it's not crack. Um, I'm gonna post it up. Um, there was a video about this movie Fight Club, and it's called The Philosophy Behind Fight Club. You can find it on YouTube. And on the video, the dude Wisecrack. That's the name of the channel, Wisecrack. In the philosophy um, of Fight Club, homeboy, because this dude is real good at breaking down movies. But check this out. I want y'all to think about this. If you ever seen Fight Club, you know Fight Club was against consumerism. Ah, soon as you shared, brother, it went off. I don't know what's going on. All right. Ooh, why would my sister call me while I'm doing my damn show? You know you about to get cussed out. You know you about to get cussed out, Tylese. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with that. All right, let me turn the light back on so y'all can see me. Yeah, I'm still in the middle of my toast. But this thought hit me. I want to make sure y'all get this one. Check this out. So in this video, it's Wisecrack, the philosophy. Look it up, the philosophy of Fight Club. In there, they're talking about Fight Club. Those that watch Fight Club for me was an amazing movie, right? And it was about the consumerism and how Homeboy had to create this alter ego to pull himself away from consumerism. But in the video, what came out was that consumerism and fascism are two faces on the same coin. I want you to think about that. In this video, they talk about it. You need to see this video, right? They say consumerism and fascism are two faces of the same coin. They do the exact same thing, but one does it through multiple companies, multiple groups, by consumerism and capitalism, and the other one does it by individual control. I want y'all to just think about it. You got to see this video. It's incredible. So we lift up our glass and we salute our future generation, right? We pray that they never fall into total consumerism and that they never fall up under fascism, right? You know what I'm saying? We building that village. We building that, you know what I'm saying? We building that, hell, we need a city. We need a town, you know what I'm saying? Actually, in each city, it would be nice if we had three or four of these apartment complexes with like-minded people in it. I still have not seen it entirely. Something always come up that I need to get. So I won't. Matter of fact, I might have just ruined the movie for you, man. Listen, Fight Club is one of those movies that you need to sit through and watch because it's like it's one of those movies where you get that instant flip that you don't get from other movies like it started with that movie about when Bruce Willis was the ghost. I don't remember the name of that. It started, where you get that 1 second flip and you be like, what just happened? Or Matrix, you know what I'm saying? Where you get that 1 second flip. There's you know what I'm saying? Where 1 minute you in one place, but in another minute you like, damn, I've been looking at this whole goddamn thing wrong. What the, you know what I'm saying? I swear to God, when I was the first time I saw Fight Club, I was, but please, the first time I saw Fight Club, I was so used to watching movies at my house that when they went through that part where it switches on you, I actually stood up and was trying to change it, you know what I'm saying, rewind it with, like, then I said, looked around like, damn, these people must think I'm crazy, because I got so caught up in the movie. 12 Monkeys, well, actually, you're right, because 12 Monkeys was way before that Ghost movie, and 12 Monkeys is an old-ass movie, and it had matter of fact, it had Brad Pitt in it, too, and Bruce Willis. Wow, okay, so it started to flip. Kind of like what the Ghanaian president was saying. Oh, word, yeah, those that didn't see, I posted up what the Ghanaian president was talking about, the true relationship between how the relationship with Africa and Europe should be. So we're going to toast. Whatever we toasting right now, we already toasted the children's children on to infinity. You know what I'm saying? I start wondering, y'all know how I start babbling and stuff. So we lift up the glass to the children's children on to infinity. We are responsible for them. So we have to be thinkers. We have to be building mental constructs for them as well as physical constructs. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From their family, we toast all of our relations. We toast the two-legged. We toast the four-legged. We toast the wing, and we toast the fin. We toast the minerals. We toast the elements. We toast the directions. We lift up our glass to all of our relations, and we say, Ashe. From their family, I never seen a series on sci-fi. All right, family, now we lift up our glass and I toast you. I thank each and every last one of you for taking the time and coming out and sharing the sip with your brother, drinking your water and making sure that you're healthy, right? So I lift the glass to you. Make sure you got your health drink. It could be just green tea or black tea, cut down on the sugar a little bit. If you ain't got that ambrosia, make your own health drink. You know what I'm saying? Just get some herbs. Let the herbs soak in water overnight. Have your health drink. All right? So, this brother Tim, and we are back up. I need to remind you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey. Man, them Phoenixes are high maintenance. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey. Of course, this Daily Toast is a Heart of December production. On my part, I wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. Heart of December Productions, where we strive to blow up those old paradigms. You know what, family? Let's get out of here. All right, Miss Angela, thank you for joining us. Miss Stephanie, thank you for joining us, of course. Anubis, the Unsleeping One, and Brother Kwame, thank you for stopping in. We are out. And remember, this is how you get through at the beginning. Drink your water. Great Umoja, Great Umoja, Great Umoja. Gye-Nyame, Gye-Nyame, Gye-Nyame. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. I'm out. Like and share, fam. And let me know if you're having problems getting to the link as well. Because I guess I'm on a watch list or something because people can't share and like and stuff. I don't know what's going on. We're going to figure it out. Peace. All right. Thank you for listening in. For those on the podcast, this has been Brother Hatem. And thanks to all of y'all for tuning in. Don't forget what was going on with this night.